Hello, it's Juliana, and, they're my babies, and I'm being made. And here's like all the dolls. Yup, my Shadow High collection is ginormous, to say the least. Including them, there's 38 Shadow High dolls in here. 38 of them. And this set, of course, has never been taken out of box. And we're not going to take it out of box. I feel very lucky to be able to have a collection this big of these dolls. It's really something surreal. It feels really amazing owning this. As for even they're cheap. It's a custom, but I'm so proud of this thing. It's beautiful, it's functional, it's amazing. As for my little NMV, they're happy to have all their friends. Even though they have like several sets of themselves in here. A reason they're so happy is because they know that no matter how many dolls I get for the collection, they'll always be my precious little angels. They'll always be my doll daughters, my perfect goth angels, my babies. They'll always be special. As comfort dolls, they're pretty much sacred. And that's not to be taken lightly. Just, yeah, I love them. And even their doppels I treat with respect and dignity. I see people like multiple of these characters and do weird stuff like pluck Veronica's bangs or cut their hair, and it's like, no. Their hair is beautiful. They are aesthetically perfect. Whether they want to keep their hair in its original style or style in other ways, they're so perfect. Like, there's her with the high pony, there's her with her hair down. Yeah, and her hair is in that same styling, so yeah. Now, Shadow High, it's an incredible line. Starting out with dolls that are a bit more grayscale, and then the Storm Twins and Ainsley came out, introducing more black themed dolls, more goth stuff into the color schemes and the styling specifically. Like if you look at the Storm Twins, how Storm Twins are styled, yeah, they may not be like the classic definition of like traditional goth, but like I like to think of them as classy goth. Like, and from an objective standpoint, they are two of the most goth dolls in this line. From like the more alternative lipstick colors to the heavy use of black and leather fabrics. Yeah, they're definitely pushing the goth aesthetic, and it's really cool to see dolls with that have that aesthetic, but like are really classy about it, and it looks amazing. I mean, Heather, one would argue, is also goth, so it's like... And then as it went on, you got dolls like Neon Shadow, and then there's like series and the costume ball dolls, which we love Demi, and the rest of the costume ball line is solid as well. And notice how they are not restyled because they're such good dolls. And Like, seriously, if you could get your hands on the Cotswold line, don't skip on it. It's amazing. And then there's, like, the other dolls from, like, Shadow High Series 2 and Shadow High Series 3, which all of which we feel are decent dolls. Even dolls like Daya and Pinky James. If you compare Daya and Pinky James, how they come to those Rainbow High rebrand, they are objectively superior dolls. So you really can't shame that. And it's just, they aren't bad releases for what they are. Although even if compared to other dolls in the Shadow High line, I often feel like they just don't measure up the most. Like they are not are not the strongest. And that's okay. Every doll line has its weakest links. Every doll line has its dolls that aren't the most solid, but could look great with a bit of a restyle. And that's okay. For the amazing dolls in every doll line, you've also got the weaker ones. And that's just a common fact. So, who are our favorites in this? Well, my favorites, of course, it's them. My perfect goth angels, my babies, my daughters. I could never replace NNV main or NNV in my channel narratives because they're that important to me. They're that special. And the fact that you have so many sets of them and get as many as I can because like they make me happy. And I don't like seeing their dolls customized or messed with because they're so perfect. Even in box, they are like the pinnacle of perfection. Like, look at this. Look how perfect they are. They're amazing. And I love them so much. And of course, we know Pinky James is the objective least favorite, but it doesn't mean she's a bad doll. She is still a good doll who just needed a bit of a restyle. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just crazy to have the full collection because none of my other doll lines are exactly complete. Most of them are very incomplete. But seeing NNV and all their friends is amazing. It's really surreal. And I can't help but smile when I hold them in my arms and just feel their presence in the room. Even though I know that their friend group literally feels like a miniature army at times. Oh yeah, and then there's the Inbox Eliza, which I have not taken her out of box. I'm not going to. Although Harmony kind of wants to adjust like her dress a little. But like other than that, her presentation's fine. I'm not judging her. As for my favorites of each color category, in rainbow order, pink starts, of course. So Carla is my favorite pink doll. I like her characterization. I like how her design has both feminine and masculine elements. I feel like she's a really beautiful doll with a really amazing catchphrase, which is "I don't believe in normal," and like she is the queen of the pink dolls in here because she's so gorgeous. She doesn't need a restyle. She's just such a perfect doll. And then for the red ones, Scarlet, of course. Scarlet is the top 7th favorite of the Shadow High dolls. So she's really strong. Her bookworm personality is adorable and I just really like her character. And compared to Rosie, I feel like she's more relatable. So she is the best Shadow High Red doll as far as they go. Even if her original outfit is a bit lackluster and needed a restyle. I have her Mila's clothes because she looks good in them. And Scarlet, and then Rosie mainly needed work on her hair, so. Now for the green dolls. I do love Zoe's reference to Shinobi Stars. I think it's adorable. Her color palette is nice and aesthetically pleasing. Although, personally, I feel like Berry has better makeup than her. And is just a bit more versatile than her as far as it being a base doll goes, so. I feel torn between them. Like, I don't know which of them I like better. Although I do like Zoe's clothes a bit more. Like Zoe's design just doesn't really feel like it needs changing. Well, Berry, her color scheme is so saturated. It's so saturated. It's just, yeah, it can be a bit overwhelming. But her with her soft color palette, okay. I think I like Zoe slightly better, just because I like how her doll normally is. I think it's cool. I like the concept of it. Then for blues, we've got like probably the eighth favorite Shadow High doll, Uma. Like, Uma is such a gorgeous doll. Like, I know Eliza is right next to her and she like has perfect makeup, perfect face, perfect hair, perfect everything, but then there's just something about Uma that's always spoke to me a bit more. She really makes me think of Princess Luna from My Little Pony. Her clothes are really amazing. I love her original style, so I don't really restyle her that much. And she's just a really beautiful blue doll. As far as the brighter blues go, but the real favorite of the blues, Glitch. Glitch is the sixth favorite Shadow High doll. She is just so beautiful, so ethereal looking, just absolutely gorgeous. And her outfit doesn't need a restyle because it's so beautiful. Like, it looks lovely on her. And honestly, I love her look. I love her aesthetic. And she's just such a cool doll. So I'm sorry, Uma. Glitch beats you as the leading blue doll, so yeah. And then purple. Oh, it's obvious. There may be a lot of purple dolls, but it is so obvious who the favorites are here. Like, I love the Storm Twins a lot. Veronica and Naomi. They're amazing in personality. They're so confident and strong and brave. They were always there for me when I needed them as my comfort dolls. They're my best friends. They're my babies. They're my daughters. Hi, baby. How are you? And then, but also from an objective standpoint, they are probably the best purple dolls in the Shadow High line. Like, the hair blend, breathtaking. The face-ups, amazing. Like, I know technically they're multicolored, but they're my personal favorite of the purple dolls. And the black theme dolls, because I kind of consider it in both of those categories. But if you're going to go from our monochromatic, probably Demi. While the Storm Twins are my favorite multicolored purple dolls, and my favorites in the whole line, Demi is my favorite monochromatic Shadow High purple doll. Like, she just has this color scheme that is like really similar to Storm Twins, but it's definitely more heavily focused on the purple, placing her firmly in that purple category. And just, I love how she looks like Elizabeth from Monster High. Like, and she's just such a stunning doll, design wise and everything. If you don't have Demi, get her, because she's amazing. And then for just strictly black themed dolls, Ainsley. Like, I know a lot of people love Chanel and stuff, but Ainsley is our favorite Shadow High black themed doll because, and we put her in this category because she only wears black, really. She only has pops of purple in a few of her clothing pieces. Most of the time, she just wears black with pops of metallic colors. So, why we love Ainsley so much? For me, her personality reminds me of my childhood self. Growing up, I was always a perfectionist, as well as a bookworm, and I love and adore Ainsley's personality. And also the fact that she's not on the best terms with her own sister in her life. That is very relatable for me, and I love that. I love seeing that with a doll. And I can really relate to her. Like, she's amazing. I also would always wear my hair in like some kind of ponytail. So seeing her as a ponytail and like wearing boots all the time, it reminds me so much of how I used to dress back then when I was growing up, and it's really cool seeing that. I like to joke that her and V are my mini-me's when it comes to style and personality. Her, regarding my style, in a way, with the academia vibes with her, and then her in personality. Yeah. And then I think for the gray ones, does Heather count as a gray or white themed doll? Honestly, for the white dolls, okay, Natasha's the only one there. So she's a stunning doll. It's like dressing a mannequin. If you don't have her, get her. But then for like the more gray themed ones, the general like grayscale ones, Heather. She is the fourth favorite. Yeah, the top four are the Thorn Twins, Demi, and Heather, aka the cast of Sonic and Conquer Monster High. But like, yeah, I consider them my core four because they're all so perfectly designed. They're all so beautiful, and they look amazing in the group together. So I love them, and it's just for that. Now Heather, she's NMV's other bestie, other than me, her doll mommy. They are doll mommy, of course, and it's like, yeah, I consider myself NMV's doll mommy. They're my babies. But Heather, she's their other bestie. She's their best friend who's always there for them in the show, who maniacal laughs with them. And also, she's an amazingly designed doll. Like, look at how good she looks in fishnets. Like, she looks so good. And her original pieces, incredible. Amazing. How do you top this? Like, she's beautiful. Even though I do have her hair restyled, she's still so beautiful, and I love her so much. That's one of my favorite Shadow High dolls. And I'm sorry this is a bit rambly, but just knowing the future, like Fade the Rim High line and stuff. Yeah, Shadow High isn't getting mentioned in leaks as much. It's not being acknowledged as much. Rainbow High basically abandoned its Instagram for a bit. So, what's the future for Shadow High? I don't know, but I hope it comes back stronger than ever. I hope that it makes a return, that it isn't ruined by the Poopsie Sign surprise stuff going into the Rainbow High rebrand, because I love this doll line. I intensely love it. It's so beautiful. It's so amazing. It makes me so happy. And Just I feel so fortunate to own them because I know going into this rebrand, prices are going to rise. Get the dolls that you want before they sell out because this line, while it may not have a lot of complete doll lines, this line is worth it. I will not let Shadow High die. Not in anyone's memory. Like, Shadow High will still be the focus of the channel. The life force, one would say. As for what the beating heart of my channel is, it's them. It's my little baby angels. It's my little NNV. I love them. We work together on this channel. And they're most perfect daughters any doll I could ever ask for. And yeah, I just want you guys to know that I'll always intensely love Shadow High. It will always have a special place in my heart. And getting to give them all their friends has been such a joy for me. Even if it's if it cut into me buying other doll lines at times, seeing them happy, seeing this collection complete, seeing them with all their friends is worth it. Mommy loves you, NNV. Don't ever forget that, okay? No matter what dolls get added to this collection, you'll always be my baby girls. And I'll always intensely love you. Thank you for being the best comfort dolls a girl could ask for being the best friends anyone could ever want because I intensely love you. I loved you right from the start and I'll never forget you or what you've done for me. Don't forget NNV, okay? Mommy loves you. You'll always be my little girls. You'll always be my perfect God angels. The dolls that make me smile when no one else can. And you deserve your friends. You deserve your Jeep. You deserve everything in the whole world. Well, I guess that was the video then. Goodbye, Mysterious Eyes. I love you. Veronica loves you. Naomi loves you. And I'm sure all their friends appreciate you being here.